In this video, I'm going to show you how to install the fractal energy indicator, also known as the choppiness indicator, in the TradeStation platform. We'd like to create a workspace where we have the 4 charts with the fractal energy indicator on them, and we'll use monthly, weekly, daily, and 78-minute. So this would be what it would look like when we're done, and I'm going to show you how to do it from scratch. So we're going to start with a new workspace. So I'm just going to come up here and say new workspace, and I'm going to add a chart analysis window, and let me just drag it over here. And now we need to have the fractal energy indicator put on the chart. Now if it's already not built into your platform, we have to install it into the platform, and that takes a few steps using what's called the TradeStation development environment. So I want to walk you through what you would need to do if it's not installed, and it's not installed in TradeStation by default. So these would be the steps that you'd need to take. So let's come up here to View, and we'll go to Development Environment. Okay, so now that we're in the TradeStation development environment, we're going to come up here to File, New, Indicator. And then we have to name the indicator. Now you can name it Fractal Energy Indicator. You could also name it the Choppiness Indicator because it's also known as that. So since I already have a Fractal Energy Indicator, I'm going to name it Choppiness Indicator, even though it'll be the same thing. When you name it, just name it whatever you choose and just remember the name so that when you want to add it to the chart, you can find it in the indicator list. So I'm going to call it Choppiness Indicator. So let me hit OK. So now we need the indicator code for TradeStation, and I have that in a text file here, so I'm just going to highlight it all and right click and then select copy. And now I can move this out of the way. And now I come in here and right click and select paste. So now the code is in the development environment, and now I come up here to where this checkbox is, and TradeStation will verify the code, and if we get this message, that's a good thing. It means that we have an indicator now that has been added. So now I can close this, and if I come over to my chart and right click on my chart, I can click on Insert Analysis Technique. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this list and scroll up and look for the choppiness indicator, which I just installed in TradeStation. So now it's on my list of indicators here. So, and then I'll hit OK. And now it's put the indicator on the one chart. And now the rest of the work that we have to do is actually very easy. If I just take this chart and move it to the side and right click on the chart and hit Copy Window, and then just right click anywhere in the empty workspace and hit Paste Window, and do that 2 more times. So now I have 4 charts, all with the fractal energy indicator, and since I added the indicator first, it kept the indicator on all of the ones that I copied and pasted. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up to Window and select Arrange Vertically, because I want these 4 charts to be next to each other vertically. And the last thing I have to do is come over here and click on each chart, and then come over to this time interval icon. And for the first chart, I'm going to click monthly. Then I click on the second chart, and I'm going to click weekly. For the third chart, we're going to use daily. And for the fourth chart, notice how there is no 78-minute chart. I could pick 60-minute if I wanted to, but I can also just click on the chart and then just start typing 78 min. And if I type 78 min, notice how it's in this box over here. This is where it's registering what I'm typing. And if I hit enter, it will now change to the 78-minute chart. So I can create any kind of chart I want. If I wanted a 2-minute chart or a 7-minute chart, I could just type it into the command line, and I could have that chart be whatever I wanted. So now I have my 4 fractal energy charts, or choppiness indicator charts, on the screen, and what I want to do is notice I have my workspace says Untitled Workspace. So I want to come up here and save the workspace as, and we can call this either the fractal energy indicator workspace, or we could call it the choppiness indicator. Since we named the indicator itself choppiness indicator, we'll call this choppiness indicator workspace. And I'll just hit OK. And now when I come back into TradeStation, it will have a tab. Notice down here I have a tab, choppiness indicator workspace. And if I want to, I can close that workspace where I'm not using it. And if I want to bring it up, I would open it. And you would just do that from here. If it's the current workspace, choppiness indicator workspace, I could come here and hit close workspace. And this one here now is the one that I started with, that I showed you as the demo. But if I wanted to open the new one, so I'll actually close that one too. Let me close that one too, just so you can see the difference. We'll close this workspace. And now let's open the one that we just created, and we just have to find it in the list, choppiness indicator workspace, open it. And so we can have it be there for every time we start up by just leaving it as part of one of the TradeStation desktops, or we can use it whenever we want, depending on how often you use it. Me personally, I have it on my desktop all the time. So I hope this helped you, and have a great day.